What if Rory had a sibling? Always thought about how things would go if Rory had siblings. Let's even start with one. For example, a sister the same age or close in age to her. So maybe Lorelai had twins with Christopher or an off and on relationship with Chris right after she had Rory that led to another kid that is kind of close in age with Rory, right? I've really struggled hard to picture what this would look like, but I want us to talk about it. Hi, my name is Susan. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, how is it going? And one of the things that I think would change is probably the codependency between Rory and Lorelai. And I think that there is a way that having another kid that is same age or almost the same age would have added a different layer of responsibility to Lorelai. It is very hard for me to picture Lorelai and responsibility in the same sentence, to be honest. But I think that there was a sense in which having just Rory made her picture her as a mini-me and, as a friend as opposed to her daughter. And I think that maybe if she had another kid, then she will know that, okay, these are not just my mini-me's. Okay, I have more to do than just hang out with them and eat junk food all day. Not saying that that's all she did. If she had another kid, if Rory was a twin, for example, then having to deal with, the responsibility that comes with having two kids at the same time that are growing up together would have taken priority over, trying to be a friend. Just my thoughts. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Another thing I pictured is a scenario where the kid is very different from Rory. So we know that Rory is the bookworm. She's the kind of reserved person. Not exactly like her mom in personality. What if Rory's twin or Rory's sister had a similar personality to Lorelai? What if she had a sprinkle of rebellion in her? How would this dynamic play out? I think that there is a way in which, sometimes people say like opposites attract. And so I think that Rory might have gotten closer to this sibling as opposed to getting close to her mom. So her sibling would have been the person she was telling, all this gist about what was going on in school and what was going on with the relationships that she had at the time. And I feel like Lorelai would have struggled to keep Rory's sibling in check just because they are similar in nature. And so they would have clashed quite a bit. I think that there's a possibility that Rory's sibling decides to go stay with Emily because she can't handle living with Lorelai anymore, and she doesn't know why Lorelai is not wanting to tap into the benefits of their grandparents being wealthy. She can't understand it. She can't understand why Lorelai chooses to live the life that she's living when their parents are quite wealthy. And she's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just a girl. I just want to enjoy life. My grandparents have all this money. Why should I be stressing myself? Why should I be killing myself with you, mom? I'm moving to grandma's house, and then she decides to move, and Rory's like, no, you can't do that. Rory's always the mediator between both of them. She's like, you can't do that. You need to come back. Mom is not going to be happy. Don't make mom angry. Okay, I think I'm overthinking this now, but you get the point. I feel like if she had a sibling that was different in nature, that was not like Rory, things would be quite different at home. Another thing I think is, for example, let's even say she has this kind of sibling that is quite the sibling, and a sibling in, for lack of a better use of word. Anyway, there's a chance that this sibling is meddling in Rory's affairs and she's offering unsolicited advice. So probably when she's ranting randomly at home over problems with these guys, this sibling is giving advice that nobody asked, because obviously Lorelai jeans and stuff. And so there's a chance that this sibling also likes Jess. Yay for Team Jess. And she doesn't like Logan for some reason. I think that there's a possibility that this would be what will happen if Rory has a sibling. Another thing I think could be possible if Rory had a sibling is that there's a possibility that she takes a more daring career choice, right? So maybe we would see Rory become a war correspondent, since so she's free to do stuff because she wants to do them, right? She's no longer under the pressure of her mom or her grandparents to be the golden child, since Lorelai escaped being the golden child, right? There is now an option. She has a sibling, so she can do whatever she wants. She can decide to, do anything, literally anything, become, probably become a politician. But I don't know. Please, what do you guys think she could have been? Because I can't even think of possible other arcs. Maybe because her character in the story is very, reserved. So would she really be that daring with her career choice? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hi, my name is Susan, by the way. I don't know if I introduced myself at the beginning. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, how is it going? Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this video. I want to know your thoughts in comments. Please let me know. And yeah, I will see you in next video. Bye.